Oh, hey.
As everybody tells
It's
me,
just
I didn't
us.
know.
We don't even know. We don't even know things. What should the show title be called? I don't even.
I don't know, but I'm gonna
Testing out
mix
microphones
mixy
and
mixy.
cold beers.
I got my frosted mug. I'm doing a little sweet and sour.
Perfect. It seems like I don't. What? What were we just? I was gonna tell you so many things.
Crazy hair day.
Crazy. I was okay. So, ladies and gentlemen who are joining, probably not many of you. This is what I was wearing all day because my hair is a mess. But I decided to take it off, and this is the mess that happens when I don't have that on.
End of the
So,
day, hat hair.
well, if you want to call it that, I call it an apocalypse. So,
Apocalypse now.
yes, yes, that's what it is. So now we have Scotty, who is
Scotty.
on the podcast with us, and he got me this thing, which I hope it is not too loud for everybody. So we're trying to figure this out.
We're
How to make these sound.
testing our mics.
Testing our mics without beating them up.
Nathan,
Oh,
can
yeah.
you hear my echo?
Yes. Why are you in a cave?
I don't know. It's dark and damp in here, and there's
Oh my gosh.
mushrooms growing.
Somebody should come find you. Wait, maybe I can join you in the cave. Hang on. I don't know. Hang on.
Are we in the cave now?
I'm in the cave with you.
Oh my! I can't see anything. It's too dark. I must feel around.
It's because it's so echoey in here. I can't find your voice.
Where are you?
Where are you now?
Just stalactites and stalagmites everywhere.
Oh my god. There's so many organisms. Everybody's gonna die.
Oh, except
I
cave
just want
spiders.
everybody.
I'm getting out of the cave. I don't like cave spiders.
No, I don't like caves. And I don't like spiders either. Like,
Me
no
too.
way.
I can handle snakes. I don't like spiders.
You can handle snakes, but not spiders.
Yes.
That's horse shit.
I know what a snake will do. The spider. Okay, when I was probably 15, I was riding my bike rather quickly down a gravel road, which around Posey County, all of them were gravel, and had both hands on the handlebars, going rather fast and trying to slow down a little bit. And all of a sudden, I look over at my right hand, and there's a spider on my hand, and there's nothing I can do about it. It looks at me, looks back, and then it's to bite my hand. I always
Hey! No.
No, I really hate spiders. Just
No, they freak me out so bad. But up here we don't really get any. I don't like not up here as in Michigan. Up here as in this building.
except for the other day, you had one on the windowsill.
No.
Wasn't it a spider on your window? Didn't you have a video of a spider on a window?
Oh, well, yeah. Well, they build nests.
Outside on the
Out.
ledge.
But they don't come inside, so I'm okay with them. And they're just kind of like, "Hey, friends, stay out there." Kind of like the not like honeybees, the bumblebees.
Oh,
Every
yeah.
year,
Bumblebees.
the nice bees, they always hang out on the ledge. The ones that are like yellow and black,
Yeah.
they just hang out and they just play. I swear to God, they're playing. They're probably not. It's probably like some
Ooh.
like awful
Ritual
shit that
dance.
yeah,
And then they
I
destroy
don't
each
know.
other.
But it's so fun. It's so cute to watch them because they just like they both sit there and then they just fly around and then they come back and sit. The,
Nor-
the freaking honeybees, those bitches, I hate them. They are. There are so many, and I know everybody says, "Oh my gosh, the honeybees are going away." We have plenty, and the thing I learned about they will fly right into our apartment, no matter what. And there's like a ton of them. They're everywhere. Oh my god, I look like a fucking maniac. And I have like, oh yeah, let's get it,
Saggy today.
let's get it. I'm wearing the right
Oh,
shirt for that
I
one.
was gonna tell you. Have you ever seen a tree full of bumblebees?
No, and
I
I
was
don't want to be near it.
I was in I think it was near Patoka Lake, and I kept hearing this.
Where is that? Wait, for
Do you know where
stop.
Patoka is?
No,
Southern Indiana,
I know Southern Indiana. Where's Patoka?
about halfway between Evansville. Well, a little bit closer towards Evansville than Indianapolis.
Oh, so okay.
Yeah, Southern
I'm
Indiana.
sure Katie would know because she probably camped there.
Oh, yeah. She's not that far away from Patoka. But I kept hearing a buzzing, like not like honeybee buzzing, like a loud, like a bumblebee, except zzz, and lots of them. I'm like, and I would look up in this tree. I don't even know what kind of tree it was. It was fruit tree or what, and it was covered in bumblebees. Like they were staying
They're
pretty much
really nice.
in the tree, but
Yeah,
they were everywhere.
they're actually so. Like I one year because I got so sick of these goddamn honeybees and I felt bad for killing them. I kill them all the time in my apartment because they're just constant. It's constant in the summer. I don't
So
know
they come
how.
in through the window?
Yeah,
My goodness.
yeah. So we get them all the time, but so I was just so annoyed with them. But so one year I looked up. God, I sound like I'm really loud. Am
No,
I
you're
really
fine.
loud?
You're
Okay.
fine.
Um, I think it's just because it's in my ear. Maybe I need to
Right.
turn my headphones down. There is. Oh, hang on. Let me try that.
How do you know?
That's way better. Okay.
Equalized.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, there was one year that I was like so tired of them, and I was like, "What bees actually hurt people?" Like when the like you know
Right.
So I looked up the whole ass thing, and it gives you like a list on like I don't know what some chart.
Right.
And actually, bumblebees, the one that you're talking
Oh
about,
yeah.
the yellow ones that are like fat and bubbly, the ones
Yes.
that sit on our ledge,
That's sweet.
they don't actually sting
No.
people.
I've never heard of anybody being
And
stung by
actually,
it.
honeybees don't sting people until they feel threatened. So I was like,
Right.
okay, well, these bitches need to stay out of my apartment. Like I don't mess with the honeybees because every year I clean our windows. I like hang out this apartment.
Yeah.
I know that sounds crazy because I'm probably gonna fall to my death one day doing it
Windows
with a
cleaning.
squeegee. I take a squeegee and I hang out there. Um, and everybody's like, "Why are you doing that?" And I'm like, "Because I want my windows clean." But the honeybees are not the honeybees, the other one, the bumblebee.
Bumblebees.
Yeah, they just kind of move while I'm doing it, and then I clean my windows, and then right when it's done, they just come back and sit down.
They're like a really fat cat. They're like, oh, excuse me.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I'm sorry. My
No,
bad.
they're oddly sweet. They're oddly kind. But those fucking honeybees, like as soon as you mess with them, are like, and it's like, get up, what? And then everybody's like, no. It's so annoying. I fucking hate all bees, but I appreciate them now that I get to watch them outside my window. It's kind of like birds. Like
Yeah.
some birds will come and sit on our ledge, and it's like, who the fuck are you? And it's just some like weird black bird. I don't know what you are. It's like why can't a dove come sit on the ledge?
Nasty cowbird that lays its eggs in other nests so that other birds can raise it.
Right? So,
It's like, hey, you
oh,
take care of mine, I'm leaving.
I I like Jason hates birds, and I think they're pretty cool.
Yeah.
But some of them are bitches. Like it's funny because when I moved here, I wasn't used to hearing what's the bird that eats all the shit on the. God, I want to. It's not a seagull. Is it a seagull?
There are
The
gulls
white
around.
bird.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not a. It's a gull, but I'm not sure if it's actually called a seagull because
it's
it's
a white
off the
bird that
lake.
flies around,
Yeah,
and they fly around our building quite
makes the same
often
sound as a
because
seagull.
it has to be. It has to be. But so going over to Eastern Market, like I was like, what are these birds? These white birds. And Jason's like, they're seagulls. I think that's what he said. I don't know. But I was so shocked. I was like, God, they're so aggressive. They're pretty when they fly,
Yeah, they are.
but
Well,
they will steal your food.
did you ever watch the movie Birds?
Yes.
For
I knew
school.
you were going there.
And it's all the seagulls going after
But
people.
those are blackbirds.
They
Those
had
aren't
seagulls in it too. They had
oh,
blackbirds,
okay.
but I think it was also seagulls. I think there was a scene where somebody was in a phone booth and it shattered the phone booth.
Stupid birds. I had birds growing up. I loved them.
Did you have a
But
parakeet?
I had a parakeet and I had finches. Remember finches? They were like
Yeah.
tiny.
Beep, 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 beep,
Yeah.
beep.
Tiny bitches. They were tiny bitches. Tiny dancers.
Tiny dancers.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Yes. So you have to wear the shirt with me. You know, Jason's birthday's coming up.
Oh,
And
he's half century, isn't he?
oh my god, that's awful.
He's a centurion.
Oh
Or
my
half.
gosh, yes, I don't even is that a real term? Because
Is
if
it?
not, it should be
I don't know. He's a half centurion, maybe.
a centurion. Oh yes, as a half centurion. That's great. I love it.
When he becomes a full centurion, he'll probably want to be out of the world, 100 years
I
old.
doubt I doubt that he will be alive. By the way, I love this house.
Oh yeah.
This behind you. Are you liking it so far?
Yeah, I like it. There's a lot of stuff I want to improve, but
Yeah.
it has those old rustic wood floors, at least in most of the house.
Yeah.
The
I
other part
love
could use
rustic
Oh
floors.
yeah, and they're worn, and I like the worn look on them. I don't want to redo them.
Oh, well, yeah. I like it's funny because in my mom's house, I look like I seriously look like a fucking what? I don't
taking
even know.
taking everything not to put your hat back on.
Oh my gosh, I know. And my no, anyway, I want to stay on topic. So my mom's house is actually I keep seeing myself in this and I can't stand it. Um my mom's house was my grandmother's house, which is where my dad and Angie, everybody, they all grew up in the house.
Ah,
So when we actually moved in the house, most most of the floors were covered in carpeting because that was the thing in the 80s and
yeah.
90s to have carpet floors. So I think I don't remember what year it was, but my mom ripped up the floors one year, and in the kitchen it was black and white tiles, which were really cool to me. And then in the living room and family room, it was hardwood floor underneath. Well, like she didn't know that, and it was such a cool thing. But still, it was at the time that like carpeting was Berber carpeting was like
Oh
the
yeah.
thing. So they covered it all. They covered it all again. Um, but like, yeah, that was like I loved that. I thought it was so cool that hardwood floor, and You don't want to get rid of that. That's such a nice thing
No,
to have if you
especially
can
even the worn spots where people have walked a lot. I love
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
aged antique look. It's like I don't want to get rid of it.
It adds character
Yeah.
so much. Yeah. Yeah. So what's your next plan for this house?
I just got my septic installed. Well, not septic. They redid the septic because it was slightly illegal. It was going into the woods, soaking into the
Oh,
woods, but that's not legal. So they actually put a field bed in for me. I
well,
called him, messaged him like Monday, and he did it today. So I had to pay for
wow.
the permit on Tuesday, and I sent him the that it was finished. And I came home. I wasn't expecting him to be out yet, and I look outside. And I'm like, oh, he did it all.
Wow. So, like, what does that mean? Like, what do you mean by a field bed? What is that?
So a septic system has a septic tank. So it's basically just
Yeah.
a big old bowl in the ground. Your duty goes in and your liquid goes in, and then
Yeah.
it flows out through the pipe into a bed that is typically it's like a tube. The
Hmm.
old style was like one tube, and then they would curve it, and then you'd have another tube and another tube, and so it took a lot of space. Well, the new system is a tube inside of a tube with inside of a tube. So you got multiple layers for everything to go into, so it takes up a lot less space. Um, and it's not even a mound system, so the what he put in, it's actually flat. Typically, it'll be raised up above the ground level, kind of have a hill in your yard,
Hmm.
but he was able to get it all in the ground, and then it's got a vent on one end of it so that it can air gets to it. But it's basically
And
bacteria.
they did all that in one day.
Yes.
Wow.
Uh, they were
You know
trying to
what?
beat a storm, which is supposed to happen tonight and tomorrow, I
Mm.
believe. We got
That's
tornado warnings.
impressive.
Yeah, I know. Of course, I mean, I think it was just under 14,000. So,
Oh,
yeah, he just made
wait,
14,000 a day.
you had to pay that?
Well, wow, about 10 motorcycles just went by. 12,
Oh,
13.
oh, I was actually speaking of motorcycles. God, I look like you have you ever seen Napoleon Dynamite, the
Yes.
movie? You remember the grandma?
You too.
I look like
She's
the
going
grand
skydiving.
yes. God, she's like, eat it, eat it. What did I can't remember what she says. Like he's
I
like,
think
way to go, Kip, and eat all the chips. And she's like, eat a quesadilla. Like I look like his grandma at that point. God, I didn't realize I look like an old grandma. Anyway, I gotta dial it back and go back.
I don't think we have topic, but whatever.
We don't have a topic.
We went birds
Oh,
and the
oh,
bees.
yes. I no, this is so great. I couldn't recreate this if I tried. Let me make it worse. Oh my god, now I really do look like the grandma. Hang on. All right, so oh yes, look at this. The only thing I could do better is like Beavis and Butthead, but which I don't know that I could do that. Anyway,
Cornholio.
I do, but I was gonna tell you about when. So your Airbnb, because you said uh, the motorcycles were driving by, and I told Jason last night. I was like, I'm not sure if he's familiar with how Detroit works at night, because that it's going to be lots of sirens and lots of noise all through the night.
Toys.
So you're going to have to get used to that because it's not like living out in the country where it's silent
Well, I
and
took
quiet.
Connor there a couple years ago, so
That's what he told me. He said, "Well, he's been here." I was like, "I know,"
It was
but
a
I was like,
corner
he was in a hotel though.
corner hotel.
He's going to be on the 3rd floor,
Yeah,
right
and
in the middle.
we were closer to the river, so farther away from the middle of all the noise.
Yeah. All right. Well, Jason just got home. He just pulled in, and my phone just told me, so I'm gonna have to stop this because
No
I do
problem.
not want him walking in because he's gonna be like, "What? I don't want to be on because
Ah.
that's the front door." So,
Oh.
all right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks
Don't know
for
things.
joining us in our craziness. Thanks for letting me check out my microphone.
You're welcome. Mic check day.
Mic check day. That's what
Yay.
it's gonna be called.
Mic
All
check.
right. I'll talk to you soon.
See you, Nathan.
Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Oh my God, it won't stop.